Welcome back to the Unpacked History. Our last episode revealed the fierce battle between Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson, a duel of philosophies that led to America's first political parties. Jefferson, the advocate for states' rights and limited government, ultimately triumphed in the Revolution of 1800, taking the presidency. Jefferson promised to govern with restraint and abide strictly by the letter of the Constitution. But just 3 years into his term, an unexpected opportunity would arise, one that would force the president to betray his own core principles to secure the nation's future. This was not just a political challenge, it was an existential gamble. This was Jefferson's greatest gamble, the Louisiana Purchase. The looming threat of Napoleon. For American farmers, the Mississippi River and the Port of New Orleans were the vital lifeline of their entire economy. It was the crucial exit point for nearly all their goods to the world. But through a secret treaty, the massive territory known as Louisiana was transferred from Spain to the control of Europe's most ambitious and formidable ruler, Napoleon Bonaparte. Jefferson was horrified. If Napoleon, with his military might, were to close the port to American commerce, the economy of the western states would collapse. Acting quickly, Jefferson dispatched envoys to Paris. Their mission was clear and simple: buy only the city of New Orleans and its immediate surroundings to secure permanent access to the river. Napoleon's shock offer. While Jefferson's envoys were waiting to negotiate for a small port, Napoleon made an audacious counteroffer. The French emperor was tied up in expensive European wars, having recently lost control of the French colony of Haiti, and he urgently needed cash. He simply asked the envoys, "What will you give for the whole of Louisiana?" The price was $15 million, a staggering sum, but for it, the United States would acquire over 828,000 square miles of land. The envoys had zero authority to make such a monumental deal, but knowing this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to secure the nation's future, they signed the treaty immediately. The Constitutional Dilemma. When the treaty arrived, Jefferson's excitement quickly turned to internal anguish. As a strict constructionist, he believed the federal government could only perform actions explicitly granted by the Constitution. Nowhere was the power to purchase foreign territory granted. Jefferson knew that by approving the treaty, he would be doing exactly what he had condemned his rival Alexander Hamilton for – abusing central power. The remaining Federalists vehemently opposed the deal, but the chance to create an empire of liberty won out over his principles. Setting aside his deepest convictions, Jefferson sent the treaty to the Senate, which quickly ratified it. The legacy of expansion. The Louisiana Purchase instantly doubled the size of the United States for only about 4 cents per acre. This secured the Port of New Orleans, guaranteed vast new tracts of land for farmers and pioneers, and set the stage for westward expansion. To explore this massive, uncharted acquisition, Jefferson launched the Lewis and Clark expedition. Their historic journey would transform a fragile republic into a continental power. Conclusion. The Louisiana Purchase remains a contradiction. It was an act of questionable constitutionality carried out by the Constitution's strictest advocate. Yet, by acting decisively, Thomas Jefferson secured the American future. The greatest victory of the strict constructionist was achieved by ignoring his own strict code. Next time on The Unpacked History, we look at the dramatic, tragic end of Jefferson's arch-rival, the story of a personal feud turned fatal, the Hamilton-Burr duel.